My name is Samith. I am 97 years old. I want to tell you something that might sound very strange. You know how everyone says they can't wait to finish school or stop working so they can just sit around and play games or watch TV all day? You might even think that being lazy is the best way to spend a Saturday. Pauses, don't believe them. It's a trap. Spent 30 years of my life doing nothing, and it was the saddest time of my life. Sit with me for a minute, because I don't want you to make the same mistake I did. When I was a little boy, I watched my father work very hard in a dusty factory. His hands were always rough and covered in black oil. Every night he would come home and sit in his chair too tired to even play catch with me. One night he looked at me with tired eyes and said, "Samith, work hard now so that one day you can stop forever. Reach the finish line, son. Then you can finally be happy." I listened to him. I believed him with all my heart. I spent 40 years in an office, sitting at a desk, counting down the minutes until 5 o'clock. I spent every year counting down until I turned 65. I thought that doing nothing was the big gold trophy at the end of the race. I thought that once I stopped working, the world would finally be perfect. When I finally turned 65, my boss gave me a shiny gold watch. Everyone clapped. They said, "Goodbye, Samith. Go enjoy your rest. You earned it." The first morning of my retirement was on a Tuesday. I remember it clearly. I sat on my back porch with a big glass of orange juice. I looked at the grass. I looked at the birds. For the first hour, it was nice. But by the second hour, I started to feel a bit itchy. By the afternoon, I was staring at the wall. The next day was the same. And the day after that, I had no meetings. No one called me to ask for help. No one was waiting for me to show up. I had spent my whole life trying to reach the finish line, only to realize that once you cross it, there is nothing there but a lonely chair. The silence in my house became so loud it hurt my ears. I had a friend named Arthur. We grew up together, but Arthur didn't stop. He was 80 years old, and he ran a tiny shop in his garage where he fixed old bicycles for the neighborhood kids. He was always smiling. His face usually had a smudge of grease on it, and he always looked like he was having the best time. I went to see him one day. I sat on a stool while he fixed a chain for a little girl's bike. I asked him, "Arthur, you have enough money. Why don't you just sit down and rest like me? We are old. We aren't supposed to work anymore." Arthur stopped what he was doing. He looked at the bike, then he looked at me. He laughed and said, "Samith, look at this bicycle. As long as the pedals are moving and the wheels are spinning, it stays shiny and fast. But if you leave a bike in the garage for a year and never touch it, what happens? The chain gets stuck. The frame turns to rust, the tires go flat." He tapped his chest and said, "People are the same way, Samith. If you stop moving, you start to rust." I didn't listen to him back then. I went back to my porch. I stayed in my chair. I watched the years go by like clouds. I became rusty. My brain got slow because I wasn't solving any problems. My heart got heavy because I wasn't helping anyone. I realized that the hard work I used to complain about was actually the thing that made me feel alive. It gave me a reason to wake up. It gave me friends. It gave me a way to be a hero to someone. I am 97 now. I am very old and my legs don't work like they used to. I can't go back and use those 30 years I wasted sitting on that porch. I can't get back the time I spent waiting for the day to end. But you are young. You have all your years ahead of you. Don't ever look for an exit or a way to stop being useful. Maybe you don't like your homework today, or maybe you find your chores boring. But those things are like exercise for your soul. They keep you from rusting. Look for a way to help. Look for a way to build. Look for a way to be the person people call when they have a problem. Your life is like that bicycle Arthur talked about. If you want to stay bright and fast and happy, you have to keep pedaling. Even if you pedal slowly, just don't stop. I'm 97 years old. I wasted a lot of time being comfortable and lazy. But now I know the truth. Happiness isn't a long nap or a big TV. It's having a job to do, a person to help, and a reason to smile when the sun comes up. If you have a friend who is always saying, "I hate school," or "I wish I could just sleep all day," send them this story. They need to know that being busy is a gift. What is one thing you love doing, like drawing, building Legos, or helping in the garden, that you want to keep doing even when you are 100 years old? I want to read every single one. Click at the button to join us. I want to help you stay shiny and keep your wheels spinning for your whole life. Don't wait until you're 97 to learn this.